On a warm summer afternoon, in the heart of whispering woods, lived a clever fox named Felix. Felix was famous across the forest, not for being strong like the bears or fast like the deer, but for being incredibly sly and witty. Everyone believed Felix could solve any problem with his sharp mind and smooth charm. But what most animals didn't know was that Felix had one weakness. He loved delicious food more than anything else in the world. One sunny day, Felix was strolling through the woods searching for something tasty to eat. He hadn't eaten much since morning, and his tummy growled louder than a thundercloud. He sniffed the air, hoping to catch the aroma of something delicious. That's when a wonderful smell floated through the air, a sweet, juicy, fruity smell. Felix's eyes sparkled with excitement as he followed the scent. Soon, he arrived at a beautiful vineyard on the edge of the forest. Grapevines stretched across wooden frames, loaded with big, round, purple grapes that glistened under the sun like little jewels. Felix's mouth watered instantly. "Ah, those grapes look heavenly," he said, imagining the burst of sweetness he would feel as soon as he bit into one. But there was a problem. The bunch of grapes he wanted hung high above the ground, much higher than Felix could reach, just by standing on his toes. Felix stared at them, determined. Nothing is too hard for Felix the fox, he declared confidently. "I just need to give a good jump." Felix took several steps back, tightened his muscles, and sprang into the air. But he missed the grapes by a wide gap. "That was just a warm-up," he said, brushing off the dust from his paws. He tried again, this time jumping even higher. But, once again, the grapes remained untouched, swaying gently as if mocking him. After several jumps, Felix's paws hurt, his back ached, and his belly growled even louder. Still, he didn't want to give up. "I'm a clever fox. I can think of something," he whispered. He looked around for a rock, a log, or anything he could climb to reach the grapes. He found a small stone and pushed it under the vine, but the stone was too tiny to make any difference. He tried stacking branches, but they just rolled off each other. He even tried climbing the grapevine, but it shook wildly and dropped him to the ground. Felix lay on his back, panting and exhausted. The grapes shimmered above him, untouched and out of reach. "Why, are they so high?" he groaned dramatically. As Felix rested, other animals passed by. A sparrow on a branch chirped, "Those grapes do look yummy. Why not rest and try again later?" Felix frowned. "Rest? I don't need rest. I need those grapes now." Next came a rabbit nibbling on a carrot. "Felix, maybe you can ask someone to help," she suggested kindly. Felix puffed out his chest. "Me? Ask for help? Never. Foxes don't ask for help." But after another exhausting round of jumping and slipping, Felix was completely worn out. Sweat dripped down his fur, and his tail drooped to the ground. He glared at the grapes with frustration. The longer he stared, the angrier he got. Finally, Felix huffed. "Who wants those silly grapes anyway? They're probably sour." "Yes, that's right, sour and disgusting." He turned away in annoyance, lifting his chin proudly as he walked. The sparrow fluttered down and looked at the grapes. "These grapes aren't sour," she whispered softly. "They're perfectly ripe." The rabbit hopped closer and tasted one. They're delicious," she said, but Felix didn't look back. He marched deeper into the forest, telling himself again and again, "Those grapes are too sour. They're not worth my time. I didn't even want them." But deep inside his heart, he knew the truth. He wanted those grapes more than anything. He simply couldn't reach them, and instead of accepting it, he pretended they weren't good at all. Felix walked until he reached a shady oak tree and plopped down under it. His stomach growled again. "Maybe they weren't sour," he mumbled. He felt a tiny pinch of guilt. "I guess I was just upset, because I couldn't reach them." Just then, the wise old owl, Olivia, swooped down and perched on a low branch. She had seen everything from the sky. Felix, she said gently, it's easy to hate what you can't have, but being honest with yourself is much more important. Felix lowered his head. I know, Olivia. I just didn't want to admit I failed. Olivia nodded. Failing isn't bad. Giving up isn't bad either if you learn something from it. What matters is being truthful with yourself. You can always try again later or find another way. Felix thought for a moment, then slowly smiled. You're right. Next time, maybe I'll ask for help, or plan better, or maybe I'll just accept that some things take time. Olivia smiled warmly before flying away. Felix relaxed under the tree, feeling lighter. He still didn't have grapes, but he did have a new understanding. Pretending something is bad just because you can't get it doesn't make you wiser. It only makes you dishonest with yourself. And sometimes, being honest is the sweetest thing of all. Moral of the story. It's easy to hate what you can't have, but honesty and patience help us grow. Instead of pretending something is bad, accept your limitations and try again with a better plan.